because you're going to get bags more flavor in your chicken, bags more flavor in your stuffing. So, if you haven't got any room, then yeah, I would say in a little tray. But if you can get it in the back side of the chicken, you're laughing. Right, let's wash my hands again. Very important. I'm probably going to have like spare sausage meat left over. That's fine, because I'm going to do that into like a little small like cake tray or something. That's okay. That's fine. Hey, Das Beal. What's up, buddy? So good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Right. Put that in there. A little bit more stuff in. Right. Sausage meat. Now, I've never used this one before. Jimmy Dean. I got no idea how good this is. It's more of a breakfast sausage, right? But it's just sausage. No artificial flavors, preservatives, flavors, or colors. Seems like a good quality pork. Premium pork sausage. Regular. Seems good to me. So, let's cut that open. Yeah, I just wanted just a regular kind of pork stuffing. So, pop that in there. Now, you could truss these over with a bit of thread if you want to. I'm not going to go to that extent. If they come out a little bit, that's fine. Don't mind a little bit of crustiness on the chicken. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think of words today. So let me wash my hands again. And the rest of that sausage meat I'm going to put in a separate tray. So we're going to get lots of flavor in that chicken. Lots and lots and lots of flavor, which is great. Also, it's going to be hot today. 350 Fahrenheit, 180 C. Put this on the convection, and that's going to go in, and that's going to cook off very nicely. Shall I put it in the bottom or the top? I'll have a play around with it in a second. We'll see. We will see. Right. Much better than Timmy Bean. What's Timmy Bean? I don't know that brand, or is it a meme or something? I'm doing great. How about you? I'm doing good, dude. Doing good. Have got a busy day ahead, so ready to crack on. So, yeah, we're making ourselves a roast chicken dinner today. I'm doing homemade stuffing, which I've just stuffed at the back side of the chickens, emptied the cavities, obviously, beforehand. We did a little bit of mirepoix at the bottom. I do actually need to add some garlic as well, because I did say that, and I haven't done it. Celery, onions, and I think that's it. Not going too crazy with the mirepoix today, so I don't want that. And making sure you peel those carrots. Make sure you take out that bitterness from the skins, which you don't want. Right. Sunday roast on Tuesday, something like that, yeah. Pretty much. Oh, I pulled this flap off. Sorry. Just shove that in there. So, I mean, this will come out a little bit, the sausage meat, but that's fine, as I said before. I'll not really have an issue with that. So that's all sealed up nicely. And as I said, if you want to take it to the extent of trussing it and getting the thread through there, go for it. I'm not too concerned about it coming out a little bit. But if you really want to hold it in tight, nice and tight, truss it. Truss it with a needle and thread. Jimmy Dean is the best sausage. Or is it really? I don't know, because I'm not very familiar with them, but my wife chose that one, so I guess we took a good choice here. So, fantastic. I need some garlic. Also, I need to wash the knife on the counter very shortly. So let me do the garlic very, very quickly. Let me put this in the sink. Just don't fill the sink up while that knife is in there. Very dangerous. I'll do some washing in a second. So once these are in the oven, we can start sorting this all out. So, salt, pepper, and I need some garlic. But I always cover my chicken with tinfoil to keep from being dry. Never cook it juicy without my tinfoil. Myself, not skilled. It's just practice, and it shouldn't go dry if you're cooking it without the tinfoil. As long as you get the right temperature. I think maybe some of the problem maybe the oven's on too high. I just usually do it on a standard 350 or 180 C or 350 Fahrenheit. And it shouldn't get too brown. It should cook very nice and steady. You can always turn it down as well if it is going a bit crazy. But I never have it anything over that, because then you will start cooking it too quickly. It'll brown too quickly. You just don't need the foil. And it shouldn't dry out. Especially the fact that we've got stuffing in there. It's got the butter in there. It's going to keep it nice, juicy, and moist. Especially with the sausage meat as well, the fat content in there. It's not going to dry out. If this dries out, you've left it in the oven for about 10 hours. So it should be good. Right, so let's have a look. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of black pepper. So let's give this a little bit of a grate. Now some people rub them with oil, some people put bacon, some people put butter. This is my way of doing it. And your chicken should come out nice and juicy. No issues, no covering, no problem at all. Right, perfect. Just better than Timmy Bean. Oh, just memeing. Oh, okay, I thought you were. Sunday roast is on Tuesday. Chef, not making sausage by scratch. I'm not making sausage by scratch. Number one is because I haven't got a meat grinder. Second of all, we'd have to pay a little bit more for sausage meat making it. It's just a lot of work for nothing when you can buy a good quality product. So, no tater salad. I'm not making it from scratch. Right, so this is going in the oven. Once I've added the garlic. Don't forget that garlic. Considering I make everything near enough from scratch 95% of the time, I'm pretty sure you can give me some leeway. If not, you're going to have to like it and lump it, I'm afraid. Right, so. Garlic. Going for about 3 or 4 cloves. Don't want to go too crazy. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Just going to take that off. That's fine if it's... If you want to leave the skins on, you can do. I'm just going to take them off because they're a bit of a pain. If they're getting this gravy in the sauce, it's just... You have to pass it and all this, that, and the other, so... I'm hoping I don't need to. Chef, why are you showing me the bird? Because we're making roast chicken dinner. How you doing, Cheese? Those things. You can grind pork roast for sausage. We have, like, sausage making days. It's a bit of fun. Takes a bit of a day. Oh, yeah, definitely, if you got the equipment. But unfortunately, I don't have the equipment to make sausage. So, no, we're not doing it. End of story. Right, so... What we're going to do is take off the peelings. Chuck in the garlic. Beautiful. Urgh. Ah! That was a little bit hard, that garlic. There we go. We got him. I mean, you could use your knife if you find it a little bit more appropriate and do it on your chopping board. I'm just doing this very quickly so we can get the chicken roasting off and make a start for it for the day. So these are going to take about 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to have a little check. Might need a little bit longer after that because these are quite large, and obviously because we stuffed the cavities, they're going to take a little touch longer. So we'll see how it goes. Cheese has bare-breasted birds on the screen. He always does. Cheese, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. So good to see you. What have you been up to, my man? Oh. Pick up some garlic shells. Let's wash my hands very quickly. Then we're going to clean that work surface down, give it a good spray, and then we can make a start probably on the crumble, making the cherry and the apples. And we can start prepping veg, getting all them ready as well. So my first accessory for my KitchenAid was going to be a sausage maker attachment. Super excited. Much meat, much yum yum. Oh yeah, definitely. If you can get the attachment. I got a KitchenAid borrowing from the family, but I haven't got the attachment. So, and second of all, I always say this in my streams. I don't like to use overcomplicated equipment. Reason for it, encourages people who want to cook. So keeping it simple by not using too much equipment encourages more people who want to learn to cook. So hence why I don't use any overcomplicated equipment, guys. Let's pull this up. I'm going to put this in the bottom so we got another bit room for roasties and things to go in. So it should fit. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Certainly is, poker player. How you doing, buddy? How's things? How's tricks? There we go. Chicken's in. Woo! Sausage meat, that's fine. We can wrap that up and put that in later on separately. So I'm going to put that into a little dish. I'm going to pop this back in the fridge for the time being. Just somebody remind me, extra sausage meat. It's not going to take long to cook, so when it goes in with the roasties, I can pop it in when the chicken comes out, so we can put the sausage meat on then. Oof. Right, a little spray down. Let's have a look. How's it going, guys? We're going good. How's things with you? Definitely a speciality thing, but it's fun. Oh, I've done it loads of times in the industry, making sausages. I've had so many times where we've made it, and it's just like, making them again? Yep. So, from chorizo sausages, to pork, to venison, to wild boar. We've done all sorts of sausages in the past, but for my stream, I keep things simple, because I want people to encourage to start cooking, instead of being lazy and buying pre-made meals, right? Society nowadays, everyone's getting more and more lazy. They say they haven't got more and more time, but to be fair, you want to cook, you'll make time. You'll make time happen. And there's loads of shortcuts and loads of ways to really help you in the long run as well, especially on your days off in the weekend. Right. Get this all a little wipe down. It's all nice, clean and tidy. Perfect. Right. Herbs on chicken. I was with a client during the part. There's herbs in the stuffing. So there's enough herbs in there. We don't need to go too herb crazy with it. And if you put herbs on the outside, they'll burn. So that's why it's in on the inside with the stuffing. My friend did pork and apple, cheese sausage, and thought, yuck. But boy, it was good. Yeah, it's very nice. Pork and apple's very good. Apple pairs very well with pork, hence why I did caramelized apples yesterday with our pork dish. Pairs off very, very well. Pork and apple, it's a classic pairing of flavors. Right, I'm going to do some washing up because, you know, we got lots of mess over here. Actually, not too bad, but it's just the blender and stuff. So I'm going to do some washing up. While you guys want to have a little chill, you can always enter that giveaway, or, you know, just go grab yourself a drink or something like that, whichever you fancy. We're going to start next with the cherries. They're still frozen. They're in the freezer. But that's fine. We can just cook them straight from frozen. They'll be absolutely fine. So, right, let's fill that sink up. Let's take that knife out, actually, before I do scream blue murder. Hey, Dragon Facts, what's up? Apples and fruit are often paired with cheese. Oh, yeah, definitely. If you love cheese. Apples, pears, celery, quinces, any kind of fruit, really, kind of pairs really well with cheeses. Definitely, for sure. What have you been up to, buddy? It's been a while. I hope things are well with you. It's good to see you. I appreciate you popping in. Right. Let's move this subboard out of the way. Put that in there. Right, let's have a little clean and tidy. We're almost there. Put everything else away. Cherry. Ooh, what cherry? They're actually farm cherries from down the farm. They're more tart. So they're more tart cherries rather than sweet dark cherries. They're usually the darker ones are the sweeter ones, but these are quite red and bright, so they're quite tart. Celery with cheese? You're not a big fan of celery, Uncle? Well, that's some serious memory this chef has. I moved to Los Angeles, been job searching. I hope it's all going well. And yeah, I always keep an eye on like who's here and who's not. So I know you've been very, very busy. I hope the move's gone nice and smooth. But it's lovely to have you back, buddy. Good to have you back. But I hope the job search is going well as well. I know it can be sometimes tough, especially when you're moving. If you haven't got something set in stone before you move. So it's a little bit tricky, but you know, where there's a will, there's a way. Where's my sponge gone? Oh, I know where it is. It's over here. Ugh, got it. Alright, let's give this a little scrub-a-dub-dubs. And then we're going to start with the apple and cherry crumble mix. I'm going to get some nice little bit of brown sugar in there as well. I think I've got Honey Crisp apples, which are very nice. So you can use whichever apples you fancy. Your choice. Your choice, amigos. And we can start cooking that down. And then we can start looking at the veg. Start getting that all prepped up, ready for the day. So yeah, it should be good. So yeah, this chicken's going to take about 2 to 3 hours. Maybe a little bit longer, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have a little look at it. And then I can have a little goosey ganders. Once you've got once the juices are running clear, you're pretty much good to go. If it's looking like there's a little bit of blood or bleeding, I would leave it in for longer. But just careful you don't leave it in for too long, for like hours and hours and hours, and it'll be dry as a sandal. It's polite. That's my polite terminology of saying it. But yeah, just make sure you keep an eye on it. If you're not too sure, there's like weights and timings online. If you're not very familiar or you're not very experienced, then you can actually look online and say, like, put the weight in it, say, for example, it's, I don't know, 4 or 5 pounds or whatever, and it'll give you how much time on what temperature and so on and so forth. So, right, chef remembers everything. I try to. If you find yourself in LA, I got an Italian restaurant. I'll take you and the wifey to. It's amazing. Dragon Facts, that's really lovely. Thank you so much. That's such a kind offer. And yeah, I'll remember. If I'm in LA, I'll give you a shout. Chef remembers everything. Not everything, I try to. Except for the thing in the fridge we need to remind him of. On the fridge? Why, what's on the fridge? What? What? What do you mean? What fridge? What? I don't know what you're on about. I miss LA. Vegas just isn't the same. Except maybe the leftover sausage. We'll see. Oh yeah, that's the one. Leftover sausage. Yeah, you need to remind me about that, because I'll probably forget later on, because I'll be busy. Somebody needs to go, Chef, don't forget the sausage. I'll be like, oh yeah, cheers. Thanks, mate. Cheers, amigo. Top bananas. So yeah, you need to remind me later, because I'll probably forget more than likely, but you never know, I might remember. Let's hope I do. Let's hope I do. Right. So look. If the chicken is still flapping, it isn't done. Yeah, that's right. If it's still flapping, it needs a bit longer. He's already forgot the thing in the fridge. Oh, the sausage meat. I thought you meant on the fridge. I was like, why? What did they stick on the fridge or something? Wasn't too sure what you guys were on about. I was like, what? What are you on about? I thought you were on about the subs on the fridge. As I was going to say. That fridge is holy. It hasn't had any subs on the fridge. And it never will. Right. Let's give these all a nice little clean. Clean and dry. Let's put that aside. Oh, I need to wash this up very quickly as well. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. Just wash the rest of this blender up. So we're all nice, clean, and tidy. Beautifuls. Right, okay, we're good. So, I'm just going to let that dry. I'm going to put this away in a second. That was the thing I meant, Chef. I figured you put it in the fridge. Oh, yeah. I love Chef. So much fun. What are you on about? I've done nothing wrong. Kappa. Oh, that's good. When the chosen one reminds him of sausage in the fridge, just say there's something in the fridge. Never say what it is. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay. Talking about freezer, not fridge. We're gonna need these bad boys. I feel like, shall I do 2 bags? I'll have a bag left over, but I feel like I need to do 2 bags. That might look a lot, but what I'm bearing in mind is when this cooks down, they'll actually wilt right down, barely anything, so probably 2 bags will probably be a good suggestion. Even though they might not fit to begin with. Let me just give these a bash. Yeah, 2 bags definitely. So just give these a little bit of a... What was that? Oh, it's my tray. I thought I knocked something off the shelf. Damn, these are sealed... Oh, it's the vacuum on it, that's why. Because I sealed these nice and tight. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. I'm going to keep them for a later date. So, what I'm going to do... You might think that's a lot of cherries, but they will actually wilt down by half. Enough to get the apples in at least, so... So, just to get the air out, just seal them back up. There you go. Nice and sealed. Don't need a backpack machine. Just your initiative. Those were picked fresh, you say? Yes. They were picked fresh and pitted as well. So it took quite a considerable amount of time. So yeah, they look great. I like the slightly redder, like that, a bit more sour. Yeah, it's a little bit more sour, a little bit more tart. The more darker kind of black/purple cherries are more the sweeter ones, which are a different breed or different kind. But these are more for like pie cherries, which are really good. So you do need to add, a considerable amount more sweetness or sugar to it to counteract that bitterness. So it's kind of important to make sure you get enough sugar in there. Plus, we're going to be chopping up some apples as well. So I'm just going to get the sugar in there. Going to get this on the heat. Start little stewing these down. I've got some white sugar. I don't think I've got a huge deal of brown, so that's fine. Brown or white, whatever you prefer. Wonder if I have got a little bit of brown sugar here. You could even use honey if you want. Oh my god, that chicken smells amazing. Oh my god, guys. It smells so good. And also, we're going to give this chicken an hour to rest as well, so it's going to have plenty of time today. Very nice and slow and steady. But at the same time, by the time this afternoon comes and stuff, we should be good to go. And giving it plenty of time to rest is very kind of important. So, right, I'm going to use the rest of this brown sugar, and then we can use a little bit of granulated or caster sugar, as I like to call it. A little bit of the air's got to it, so just crushing it down a little bit. Sometimes if it's a little bit humid in your kitchen, that kind of can happen. Kind of clumps up a bit, so that will dissolve down absolutely fine, so don't worry about it. So, I'm just going to put a little bit more sugar in there, because, you know, cherries and things. Because these are quite tart, so you do need a considerable amount of sugar. But you don't want to add too much sugar. You want to have a nice little balance. So you've got a little bit of tartness into it. You've got a bit of sweetness. So you don't want to go too crazy with the sugar. Add a little bit. If you want to add more later on, you can add later on. If you add too much now, you can't take it out. So it's always best to do little rather than too much. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope so. Right, so I'm going to put this onto the stove. Put this onto like a medium heat to begin with. I will add a touch of vanilla. I think I bought some. Do you know what, guys? I went to the shops this week, or Saturday, and I went to buy the vanilla I usually get. It's gone up in price. Guess how much it was for a little bottle? Can anyone guess how much it was for a little bottle for vanilla? I was just blown away. I was like, holy crap. This was the cheapest one I bought. It's probably not very good quality. I seriously couldn't afford to pay for it. It was just so expensive. But this is vanilla extract, but it's not the best. $3.50. Keep going up. $20. You got it, fat man. And Rakoyes. $20 for a small little bottle. I just like, what? Vanilla is shot through the roof with prices. I can't believe how expensive it's got. I mean, I knew it was expensive before, but I think it's just suddenly just gone through the roof recently. I could be wrong, but as far as I knew, that's damn right expensive. So a little drop of vanilla in there, just a teaspoon. Yeah, $20 for a little bottle. I was just like, wow. And it wasn't even like top quality either. It was just vanilla extract.